topic definition. The research topic, the effect that lack of sleeping has on students' grades in Campus Eugenio Garza Lagüera. This means that we are going to see how the students' sleep habits affect directly on their performance in all the topics related to school. We want to see if lack of sleeping of the students makes their grades go down or if it has nothing to do with the grades. Research problem and technical need. Research problem. Does the lack of sleep affect the good performance of Campus Eugenio Garza Lagüera students' grades? And the scope is to determine the effects of sleeping habits on Campus Eugenio Garza Lagüera students' performance. Hypothesis statement. Not getting enough time of sleep will make your grades go low.
In this stage, we decide how we are going to proceed with our investigation, which method we will going to use, and we set some limits and specifications in order to make the investigation more efficient.
Stage 2. Criteria. The effect that lack of sleeping has on student grades in Campus Eugenio Garza Lagüera. Definition of variables, constants, and control groups. Here the following variables are defined. Independent. Are the sleepless night negligence? Study of homework was not done on time. The independent is that the academic performance both in the classroom activities and exams. Therefore, chances of falling or not taking the score speculated on the subject, assignment or test, all through other consequences could be caused by lack of the rest. Number 2. Design of experimental process. The experimental design includes a step-by-step explanation, clearly and correctly written. It specifies all conditions and materials needed, includes the details for all experiment runs. Our experiment is mainly determined by the answers of our control group. We cannot really get an actual result just by observing. We have to personally ask our control groups, which is the alum of CGL, to get the answer that we want. Number 3. The data collection procedures and methods. Our data will be collected by making questionnaires with students of Prepa Tech Campus Eugenio Garza Lagüera. Our questionnaires will be online. We will make a survey and we will give access to students for Prepa Tech, giving them the link so they can answer it. We will make a series of questions like how many hours do students spend studying, also if not having the complete sleep, hours affect their other subjects, etc. Number 4. Identification of error sources. Some of the things we can prevent is to avoid the vague answers in our data collection. So we have to make the questions very specified to gather the right data we need to perform the experiment and to be able to reach to the conclusions we want. Also, we have to collect the information properly so that the experiment will result as accurate as possible. Number 5. Experimentation process includes evidence for each step of the experimentation process, which corresponding annotations, uses appropriate instruments and materials for experiment development and measurements. Well, the materials for this experimentation process, we need students from CGL, obviously, a sheet of paper with questions, partial grades from students, and the results. So at the end, the data collections, it was complete. The data collection logs are shown for every experimental run.
In the stage number 3 of our project, we made a survey in a web page called Survey Monkey, and we sent it to students of Prepa Tech Eugenio Garza Lagüera. Our questions were: Question number 1. How many hours of sleep you get in a day? Number 2. In which part should you get more hours of sleep? Third question. What were your grades on the first partial? Question number 4. What were your grades on the second partial? Number 5. Which are the reasons that you stay awake until late? Number 6. Do you feel the lack of sleep affect your grades? Our following variables were defined by independent variable. These are the sleepless nights, negligence, study or homework was not done on time. The dependent variable is academic performance, both in the classroom activities and exams. There are possibilities that we could have found where if the students didn't answer our surveys first, we had around 7 surveys, but then we started to get a better answer of them and we got approximately 33 surveys.
After previous research, we could finally conclude that the students really get affected by the lack of sleeping because their brain do not work the way it should. So the schools never take considerations in that aspect about homeworks and projects, and they should stop sending so much homework to home because it affects our grades in some point in our life as a student. After